Hi, I'm Allan Nanny. Welcome to Conversations with Allan. Last time we were together, I shared the story behind one of the biggest professional decisions Terry and I have ever made. Today, I want to tell you about something that surprised me. Not before we joined, after we joined. Because every company makes promises. The real question is what happens after you've said yes. I'll be honest with you. I expected a learning curve. There was one. I expected new systems. There were. I expected new technology. Absolutely, that happened. None of that surprised me. What surprised me was something else entirely. The company actually delivered what it said it would. That may sound like a strange compliment, but after 40 plus years in business, I've learned that promises are easy. Execution is rare. I've been around long enough to hear a lot of promises. Every company has a brochure. Every company has a recruiting presentation. Every company says they support their agents. I wasn't interested in promises anymore. I wanted to know what happened after the paperwork was signed. Here's the thing I was genuinely concerned about. We were moving to a virtual, cloud-based model. And if you'd asked me beforehand, what worried me most was this. I assumed virtual might mean less support, less responsiveness, less connection. It seemed logical. No physical office, no one down the hall to go talk to. Easier to feel like you're on your own. The exact opposite is what we found. And it's what we still experience today. Let me give you one specific example because it made a real impression on me. EXP actually measures how long it takes an agent to reach a live human being. That's a key performance indicator the company tracks. Not a slogan on a wall, but an actual number they hold themselves to. I can't tell you what the number was the day I signed up back in 2023, but I remember being struck by how fast it was. And today, it's measured in seconds. Across the board, every department I've ever had a reason to call. Think about that. A virtual company, the kind you'd assume would be hardest to reach, answers faster than most brokerages with a physical office and a receptionist at the front desk. That was the moment the pattern became clear to me. This wasn't a company that had simply promised support. It was a company that had engineered it, measured it, and held itself accountable to it. The longer we were inside, the more I realized something. I think I expected to join a brokerage. Instead, I found an ecosystem. That's the word that kept coming to mind. Everything connected. Training connected to technology. Technology connected to support. Support connected to leadership. Leadership connected to opportunity. It wasn't a collection of systems or programs. It was a unified system, and the pieces actually worked together. And here's what that meant for Terry and me, practically speaking. For 10 years, we've been trying to build all of that ourselves, piece by piece, with the relatively limited resources of an independent brokerage. Suddenly, instead of having to create everything, we could spend our time helping our agents actually use it. That was a genuine relief, and it was exciting. I've spent a lot of years in management, and here's one thing I've learned. You don't build great organizations by adding more pieces. You build them by making sure that the pieces work together. That's something I don't think I fully appreciated until we were inside it. So here's the lesson that stuck with me. A great organization isn't measured by what it promises before you join. It's measured by what it consistently delivers after you arrive. That's true in every business, not just real estate. And the best way to judge it isn't the brochure. It's the ordinary Tuesday when you need help and you find out how quickly it actually shows up. So let me ask you this. Think about the organizations you've been part of over your career. Were they most impressive before you joined? Or did they actually become more valuable after you arrived? That gap, in my experience, tells you almost everything. If a moment comes to mind, I'd like to hear about it below. Until next time, build your career on purpose. I'm Allan. I'll see you in the next conversation.